privacy concerns and government information secrecy behind surveillance practices. Explore the growing concerns around government confidentiality, secret surveillance policies, and their impact on privacy in this insightful podcast episode. Why government secrecy and surveillance has everyone talking privacy? You ever get that uneasy feeling knowing that your personal information might be out there, somewhere, caught up in some invisible web of government spying? I mean, it's not like we're living in a complete police state, at least not yet. But there's definitely a growing concern about privacy, especially when it comes to government secrecy behind surveillance programs. Let's be honest, when the government talks about government classified information or keeps things locked down with government confidentiality, it often makes you wonder if they're really protecting the public or if they're just hiding things from us that we have the right to know. The whole idea of government information secrecy isn't just some boring bureaucratic rule. It has real consequences for how we live our lives and how safe we feel in our own skins. Think about it. Government agencies like the NSA or the FBI collect massive amounts of data on citizens under the guise of national security. But where's the line between protecting the country and invading individual privacy? It's blurry, and sometimes intentionally so. That's because of what they call government document secrecy. A lot of times, these agencies operate under secret policies that aren't fully disclosed to the public, aka government secret policies. There's this constant tension between two things: government transparency issues and the public's right to know versus the need for confidentiality to keep the nation safe. But when transparency goes out the window, it opens the door to potential abuse, surveillance overreach, wrongful accusations, or even worse, manipulation. And that's not just paranoia. History shows us several cases where government secrecy was abused to keep things under wraps that the public deserved to know. What really spices up this whole conversation is how these secret surveillance programs impact us on a day-to-day basis. For instance, you might hear about whistleblowers who risk it all to expose classified programs or hackers who stumble upon secret info and leak it. It's like a never-ending game of cat and mouse, but the rules aren't clear, and the public often sits on the sidelines not knowing if they're really being protected or just spied upon. If this stuff sounds intriguing to you, but you also want a gripping story that touches on these themes with a fictional twist, I totally recommend checking out Hush, a psychological thriller of alien manipulation and deep state deceit. It's a wild ride that dives into the shadows of government secrecy while giving you that intense thriller vibe. The characters wrestle with manipulation, trust, and uncovering dark, secret policies that could shake the world. Seriously, if you're into thought-provoking stories that also nail the feeling of being watched or controlled, Hush is a perfect pick. You can get it. Buy now in ebook, print, or audio formats and get lost in this gripping world of government secrecy and alien conspiracies. At the end of the day, privacy concerns tied to government surveillance and secrecy aren't going away anytime soon. The more secretive the government gets behind closed doors, the more questions we need to be asking. How much privacy are we willing to sacrifice for security? Who's watching the watchers? And what happens when those secret files and policies end up affecting our everyday lives without our knowledge? It's a tricky conversation, but an important one. And hey, if a thriller like Hush can get people thinking about these issues in a fresh, exciting way, then that's a win in my book.